Yo, what's going on, guys? So I'm just gonna just free ball commentary. I just got finished with the new DLC for Hitman 3, the Lust, Seven Deadly Sins. I played the first one, but then I haven't been paying attention, so I don't know if this is the third or fourth one. I thought I saw fourth. Alright, so this one we're gonna have to identify a secret admirer, and then there's an optional challenge which I do, is to take out the rest of the fake admirers. So you discover who the real one is, and then you can take out the rest. And then you could do that before or after you figure out who the real one is.
You're in the heart of the crowd so often. But I guess not everyone's a people person, are they? Well, at least you know your way around a dance floor. I'm a pale imitation of your last partner, I know. But we could still be friends, right? Humans need others, don't you think? Even you. So many people want trust, power, love, without earning it. It's enough to drive someone crazy. It's why I need a wingman, pet, and why I think you're beyond perfect for the job.
Alright, so after doing it a few times, I just started taking out 2 targets before I found any clues, and just taking the risk. And then only once or twice did they end up being the secret admirer. So right away you're gonna go over to the right, turn on the record player, and you want to be fast about it before she starts walking away. And make sure she's looking at the painting and not towards you. Grab her before she turns it off, so that it'll bring over another victim by the time you're done with her. Alright, so check her out, snap her neck. She's gonna drop a coin, which can be useful, and then we're going to drag her all the way to the back, drop her in a box back here, and then since the record player is on, right around this time you should get the other person to start coming over. Now that first target never popped up as being the secret admirer. This lady did a couple times, but I did this a bunch of times. I haven't played in forever. I was pretty rusty, so this was pretty challenging, because it's not too bad if you're just going to get the clues and then find out who the secret admirer is. But if you want to take out all the targets, it's pretty difficult and time consuming. This is over 20 minutes. So once you snap the neck, either if the game don't stop, then you know you're good. It'll end if you kill the secret admirer. She's going to drop a silenced pistol, which I don't really use. I can see you using it to shoot down those chandeliers for like accident kills, but I wouldn't want to take the risk of getting discovered. Alright, so I got 2 targets down, and then the first key is going to be right here. You're going to need a key to open up the safes. The safes are what contain the clues. That there is the serpent's tongue, I believe it's called. Yeah. And then what that does is, if you shoot somebody with it, they just go blind, so that you can kind of distract them and then do something. Either take them out or just run past them. Alright, so I got the second key. You have 2 victims, 2 keys, the serpent's tongue. So right here is where I'm going to check the map and kind of get an idea. The safes are going to be randomly generated. So they're in kind of tough spots right now. Sometimes they go into the office area with that secret combo safe of the guy who runs the nightclub. That's an easy one, but so you want to drop down right there, not in front of the door, and then shut the door so no one sees you run by. So I was hoping there's usually one around this corner, but it wasn't there this time. That's an easy one because you just use the radio to distract those people. But I got the tougher one that's up here, and you're gonna have 2 guys and then a roaming guard. This is a hard one because that guard, if I hit that guy with a crowbar, somehow he always sees me dragging him. I don't know how, even if he's across the level. Alright, so I got 3 keys. I'm gonna grab this crowbar. So you could open up doors, and you could use it as a distraction tool if you got to throw it. Just watch this guy. So I was having trouble trying to figure out how to get to this safe, but I'll show you what I do. Just watch out if that guy pops out. So you're gonna wait for that guard to leave. Throw down the coin or whatever you got. And one of them's going to come over, probably the guy who was sleeping. And hopefully you can get a good angle and kind of whip around. So you can choke them out. and just leave the body. Try not to have him too exposed. Just kind of pull him in a little bit. And then wait for the guard to come back, and then for to leave again. So you just have to have patience. And once he takes off again, we'll grab the other guy. So I'm just pulling him down just to make sure he's not sticking out. So I'm only going to do 3 safes. You have to do at least 3 safes to get 3 clues, and then you could go figure out who the real admirer is. You just got to be careful that you don't guess wrong. It's usually the first one will be either they're by a smoking person or they're not. Grab this guy, and then the big clue, it's usually the third one, is what they're drinking. So it's whiskey or red wine. That usually narrows it down to like 2 people, and then you can figure out if they're in a smoking area or not. Alright, so I dropped his body. Just double checking the map real quick where I'm going to head next. So I'm going to get 1 here, and then there's going to be 1 on the same level. I'm just waiting for this guard to get out of the way. So I'm going to drop him into the little box, grab the clue, and then go across the way. You do get a challenge. I did it, but I'll post it later probably. I'm getting all the clues, so you have to go to all the safes. So you'll be 6 of them. Some of them seem like they always go to the same spots, but then other ones are just, you never know where they're going to go. There's always one that's in the biker gang hideout, that's a pain in the ass, and one that's up in the grow house on the top floor of the biker gang clubhouse, and that's another one that's a pain in the ass. Alright, so I got the first clue. I'm going to shimmy on over here to the second area. You just got to watch this Roman guard right up here. I'm going to kind of hang out, wait for him to turn his back. And then once you got the 3 clues, you got to go back to that starting area, and then you have to be real careful when you start taking out the targets. I took out all of them except 1 at the so the way it works is when you get the 3rd clue, you could pick up a bouquet of flowers, and then you give it to who you think is the secret admirer, and then it'll tell you if you got it right or not. So I took out most of the targets except 1, gave the bouquet to who I thought was the admirer, which was right, and then I took out the last target, which seemed like the better way, because once you give the bouquet to the right person, they start kissing with the lady who's in charge, and they're kind of distracted. They're not paying attention. So I don't know how much, if they even care if you kill the last target in front of them or not. But I was trying to be careful because I did all that work, and that's 20 minutes of work, and I didn't feel like doing it again. I'll show you when we get there. Alright, so I'm just kind of using the map. This is another kind of tough one. You're gonna have to go to the wardrobe room, and there's a bunch of some workers all in a small area, so you kind of have to watch what you do. I'm getting a little lost. I want to grab this key, and then before I forget, I wanted to. Sometimes there's a safe over here, which is convenient because there's some poison right here, so you could get 2 things. But I'm just coming over here to grab the poison. When the safe's here, you could turn that radio on, distract that guy, and then take out a lady right by the safe. That's an easy one. This one's a little tougher. Like I was saying, I'm gonna have to really watch and have patience for my for the perfect time to jump in this room, open the safe, and then jump out. It's gonna be right up here to the left. You're gonna need the staff key, which I have the crowbar. The key would be better, but you can use the crowbar. Just gotta be careful; no one sees you using it. And then when you turn that corner, be quick. You just see I almost got seen because I kind of lingered at the corner. All right, so you gotta be careful. This guy, you can't really see him on the map when he's that close to the question mark. And he caught me before because he didn't show up on the map, so I thought it was clear. and I jumped through the window and he was sitting right there. So I kind of hang out just to see what their patterns are, and I'm just trying to find the best time to jump in. I was thinking about maybe distracting them or throwing something out here, but I end up just diving through the window and diving out real quick. Just lucky I didn't get caught. So this will be my third safe, and then once I got this, I could go back to the starting area. So this DLC, it's very tedious. So if you mess up, you got a lot to, because you can't save. That's the one thing that really sucks. So if you mess up, you're kind of screwed. You got to start all over. Whiskey tongue. So we know the person's drinking whiskey, and then when I get down there, I'll show you. It narrows it down to 2 people basically. So I know I can start taking people out that aren't drinking whiskey. I can poison their drinks if it's not whiskey. You just got to watch for the smoking areas. Alright, so I got the clue. I'm heading back to the beginning. Just got to be careful you don't do anything stupid. This was pretty fun though. I was surprised. I was bitching about the DLC price. This was a tough challenge. I got some time off. I might go back and do the other ones or other one. I'm not sure how many are out. Alright, so I got the 3 clues. So you can see the bouquet that it generates right there. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to kind of study what everybody's drinking. This guy's an easy target because he walks outside of the group and he comes out here and eats some food. So I know he's not drinking whiskey, so I'm going to wait for him to leave, poison that food, and then he's going to go walk off somewhere and make himself an easy target. You just got to watch as the lady comes out and sits on the couch. So just to be safe, I waited for her to leave. I'm just going to kind of look around, get an idea. So you got whiskey right there, and then this guy out here has got whiskey too. So you got to be careful to make sure you check what everybody's drinking, because he's outside. You might not realize he's drinking whiskey because he walks away and drinks it. And that's going to be the secret of Mara, the guy that was drinking the whiskey on the other side. Alright, so she left. I can poison this food, and then some of these targets drop more poison, which makes it really helpful, because you want to be as discreet as possible. You don't want to do a big chandelier kill and then have everybody running around and then the guards showing up. Alright, so it was down to the guy right here with the white mask and the lady right here with the white mask. They were drinking whiskey. But that guy right here was blowing smoke around this lady. So that told me that it wasn't her, it was the guy. So right now I'm just trying to... I'm going to edit it out a little bit of waiting around, trying to find the right timing. Where she has her back turned and he walks away from his drink a little bit. But this guy, I'm gonna get him first. He's already poisoned. So he's gonna walk all the way back to the area where I put the first 2 targets. I won't be able to put them in the box, but no one's gonna find them back here. And I think he drops poison too. So he's going to take him out, pick up the poison. You just leave his body there. What else? And then I saw that they came out with some kind of new garden update for Dartmoor, but I don't think that comes out till August. Looks interesting. I did have fun playing this DLC. Like I said, it's been a long time, so it was nice to jump in. It was kind of a pain in the ass, like I said, because you can't save, and any little mistake, you pretty much got to start over if you want to get Silent Assassin. If you just don't care, it's not too hard, but that's just not fun, you know. Alright, so I'm looking for the lady. I'm going to eventually lure her away with some coins, with the 1 coin and then the crowbar. I guess I'm doing it now. No, she got away from me. That's right. Yeah, so I'm going to try to poison this guy up here, who was the smoker. So I edited out just kind of observing, trying to figure out the best timing. So the Secret Admirer is going to walk to his whiskey. She's going to walk to her whiskey and kind of turn her back. And then he's going to kind of take a step forward. And it gives me a little window. Bam. Alright, so then he's going to walk into the other direction, into a little bathroom. We take him out. And then I'll go get that lady with the coin and the crowbar. I'll distract her. And then I will award the bouquet to the man. And then when he's kissing the woman, I think I'm forgetting somebody. I do poison somebody else before that, actually. This is, like I said, this is just tedious. You have to be patient or you'll mess it all up. But that's pretty much it. Running out of shit to talk about. I'm just going to poison 2 more people. I'm going to lure one lady away that's dancing. Award the bouquet. And then take out the last target. And then once everybody's out, it'll let you know that you killed all the targets. And then you basically just sit in the seat that you started in. And then that's how you exit the mission. Just follow him in here. Be careful, there's a lady that sits out here. And this is considered trespassing for some reason. Just close the door once you get in there. And this guy drops a grenade for some reason. You just try to remember what everybody drops too, because if you get somebody with the poison or a grenade, you can't really do much with a grenade if you're trying to be stealthy. And then make sure you hide the body, obviously. But that's it. I think I want to make a video showing you how to get to all the safes, because some of them are tricky, and finding all the clues. What else? But that's it. Any questions, let me know. See you guys later. Bye.
Excuse me?
Stop that. You're embarrassing yourself.
Is this your love language, Pat? What a match. I told you we'd make a good team, didn't I? Take care, Pat. This is why they'd never put you on one of those dating reality shows.
I knew our nameless friend would come through.